is also a class in chapter 42 called Carbapenems, and the prototype is called Imipenems elastin. So it's like a combo, I guess, for IM and IV. And the story is called A Mercedes Car Show. So Imipenems elastin, this is going to be represented by the rapper Eminem, like Imipenem, and Meropenem is Mercedes for IV. And since we're talking about rappers and stuff, just think about like Blue Ivy riding a Mercedes. So you have two medications, Imipenem and Meropenem. And at this car show is Carbapenems. So there are many, many cars, obviously, because it's a car show, right? So because there's many of them, it's a broad spectrum drug at this car show, Carbapenems. And people who could not find the cars they wanted in other car shows come to the show. So the therapeutic use is carbapenems are broad spectrum, right? Many, many cars. Beta-lactam antibiotics that are reserved for patients who couldn't be treated with narrow spectrum antibiotics. So this is not like I guess it's not like a first line drug or something. And just for your information, all beta-lactams are bactericidal. So everything in the chapter 42, I think it's all bactericidal. I have to double check. But anyway, in the story, a small group of guests that came to the car show are positive, represented by gram-positive, that they will show that the car show is going to display new and pretty cars, like pneumonia and peritonitis, like pretty, new and pretty. And a big group of guests feel gram-negative about it. So therapeutic use, this is all therapeutic use still. Broad spectrum, this drug, Carbapenems, Imipenem and Meropenem, is effective for serious infections like pneumonia, like new pretty cars, and peritonitis due to gram-positive and gram-negative cocci and anaerobic bacteria, like right here, anaerobic bacteria. And Imipenem shows up to the show by himself with his stepmom. So stepmom, this is super stereotypical. So stepmoms are like in Cinderella, it's like terrible, right? Because they're fake pseudomonas there. So stepmom is going to represent pseudomonas there. So Eminem shows up by himself with his stepmom. And Eminem doesn't like his stepmom. So therapeutic use is resistance develops from using imipenem alone, like because he came by himself alone, to treat Pseudomonas aeruginosa infections. So this is his stepmom represents infections because this infection needs combo therapy. So using imipenem alone, imipenem like Celastin alone is not, well, you're going to develop resistance because you have to use a combo drug for that. And Eminem had a Pro Valet Parker. Like, he probably has a really amazing car. So he needs like not a regular valet, but a Pro Valet Parker. Park his car in the parking lot below. And this is talking about interaction. Imipenem Celastin is going to reduce, like below, like under, right? Below reduces blood valproic acid levels. And then seizures can possibly, like breakthrough seizures can happen. So you want to avoid imipenem Celastin with valproic acid. So it's an interaction. But if you can't avoid them, you want to monitor the patient closely. And Eminem has a diamond ring on because he's a rapper. And all the cars have a full tank of gas. This one is what I got from Chris from his class presentation. And Eminem, his diamond ring on, and all the cars in the car show has a full tank of gas. And he's super hyped. Eminem is super hyped about all the cars with his mouth wide open, like jaw dropping, right? Mouth wide open, and started crossing out all the black Tahoes and Corollas, right? Because in his eyes, like only Maseratis are like the cool ones, and Tahoes and Corollas, like whatever. Anyway, so he's crossing out because black Tahoes is representing black furry growth on tongue, like black tongue, black Tahoes, and Corollas represent colitis. So gas, adverse effect, gastrointestinal upset, nausea, vomiting, plus diarrhea because he had a diamond ring on. Because sometimes like gastrointestinal, it's okay. Does that mean like constipation or is it diarrhea? And with all the select, all that apply questions, like super confusing. So that's why he has a diamond ring on, to make sure it's diarrhea and not constipation. So you're supposed to monitor INO. And another adverse effect gas, there's only 3, is allergy, hypersensitivity, because he was super hyped about all these cars. So he's like, allergy, super hyped about all these cars, hypersensitivity, possible cross sensitivity to penicillin or cephalosporins, because he started crossing out all the regular cars, right? Black Tahoes and Corollas. So cross sensitivity, cross out. And then for that, you want to monitor allergic reactions like dyspnea, rashes, pruritus, and ask patients about the history of allergy. The last adverse effect is S, super infection, because he was super hyped about all these cars. And for this, you have to monitor for oral thrush. This is all the mouth stuff. Super infection, it's all like mouth stuff plus something else, but oral thrush and black furry growth on tongue. Remember the Black Tahoe, black furry growth on tongue, these are all oral thrush and black Tahoe on the tongue. It's all mouth stuff, like mouth all wide open. And colitis is Corolla. And then diamond ring, again, diarrhea and vaginal yeast infection. I don't know how to squeeze that in there. And then a player, this is very stereotypical. A player rapper like Eminem is not a safe option for women. And women have to be cautious having kids with him. So, because he's probably got, a lot of baby mamas, safety not established for pregnancy and lactation, right? Not a safe option. And caution with kidney, right? Cautious having kids with him. They have to be cautious with having kids. So renal, kidney. Kid is like renal stuff and this impairment. Yep.